Hi guys, this is an audio recording for the air signs. I believe I would do the air signs at this moment, 2023. What to expect for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Also, if you have Moon in Earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, um, Venus and Mercury in water and or fire signs. The water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Um, Also, if you've got Mars or your ascendant in air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you've got your Jupiter in air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you've got Saturn in water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Also, if you've got your North Node in fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, definitely these messages you may resonate with them. Well, definitely you're going to resonate with them one way or another. I've been saying the numbers to pay attention during the year of 2023, specifically numerology 4 and numerology 7. Okay. We're dealing with the fourth house, the moon, or emotions, home, final resting place. And, you know, um, Pluto enters Aquarius next year. And so, you know, some people don't want to hear this, but it is what it is. Aspects and transits, they mean, things. Numbers, they mean things. And a lot of people are going to feel the hand of just Ashe. I don't know if you heard that car horn tooting. Okay, that's from across the street. 111. So, everybody going to be feeling the hand of justice, whether it's, if you listen to the previous videos for the earth signs and the fire signs, whether it's on the positive end of the justice spectrum or the negative end. And it's pretty much in regards to what has been transpiring in your lives for the past few years, for the past specifically. Okay, for some, including the present and also future, believe it or not. For air signs, here's up. What's up? Your justice, you are going to feel your justice on a physical plane. Your justice, more than all the other signs, are going to be tangible. And because your fifth house is in air, your ninth house is in air, your first house is in air, because it's going to also be physical and tangible, it's going to be for all to see more than any of the other frequencies. For the other frequencies, like specifically like the fire signs, which some of them, depending on their other aspects, are, their justice will be seen, okay? Because they rule the fifth, the first, and the ninth house, which is, is not hidden. Those houses are not hidden. They're pretty much out in the open for everybody to see. The earth signs, their justice is more internal, more like what next year's energies are like, the fourth house, how they feel, and a lot to do with the past, present, and future. Theirs is more about time and how they feel. A lot of healing for some of these earth signs, and of course the opposite. If if one was an earth sign afflicting another earth sign specifically. We're moving to the air signs, like I said. Justice will be more on a tangible matrix kind of plane, physical plane. And it will be exposed for people to see, especially those who, I don't want to say especially for those who got a certain placement. Okay? Let me just leave that there. So, 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. 111. Yeah. We got mental illnesses manifesting in some of these earth signs. And I'm feeling this especially strong for those who try to project mental illness onto others. I am also feeling this strongly for those who have done a lot of wickedness over the years, over the months, weeks, and days. They are going to be in a frequency of uh, regret and remorse. And a lot of times there are things that happens and manifest that triggers regret, remorse. And what's going to really trigger regret and remorse for the toxic air signs are beautiful justice manifesting for others, whether it's another air sign, an earth sign, a fire sign, or a water sign. Okay. I know I don't want to say that because water is feminine. Okay. Let's talk about some of the beautiful energies coming in for air signs. Financial stability. Some of you may not have any money right now, or you may have little money to your savings account. That's going to change. I do see help coming in, financial support, and this is definitely coming from an ex. Okay, this is most likely to come from not just an ex, but somebody. This could even be a sibling who you had a turbulent relationship with, but somebody who is going to be feeling a lot of regret and remorse for what they did is going to be offering financial support. You could be the one offering this air sign, specifically if you have an aspect in Sun in Libra. This could be Moon in Virgo. This could be Venus in Cancer. This could be North Node in Leo. This could be Mercury in Leo. This could be, Mercury in Scorpio. This could be Venus in Sag. You could be the one, that's if you're on the shitty end of the justice spectrum, who will be offering financial support to somebody who you wronged in the past. Okay? So this could be somebody passing and leaving an inheritance to another person. Yeah. This could be somebody coming into some money and, sharing this money with another person who they wronged. And let me touch on the love aspect, specifically for Sun in Libra. A lot of you are going to realize that you are in love with a Virgo. And this could have been a Virgo who you had a lot of anger towards. This could have been a Virgo who you hurt. You are going to be missing a Virgo loving, Virgos loving, realizing that you are in love with a Virgo during the year 2023. And if this is you, I know you already feel and sense this energy manifesting, seeping in. Okay? So if this is a Virgo X, all is sudden, because of the transits coming in, you're going to realize that you are in love with this Virgo. And it's really fucked up if you did this Virgo really, really wrong. Okay? So if you're on the shitty end of the justice spectrum, this could be you trying to offer love, financial support, whatever, to get back with this Virgo. This could be a model. Doesn't got to be somebody who's a sun in Virgo. Could be somebody born during the year of the snake. But it could also be a model. This could also be an immigrant. This could be somebody who was somewhat foreign to you. Y'all could live in the same country, but different counties, different parishes, and maybe that this person ventured to your home parish at a point and you met them, or vice versa. But there are some immigrants of some kind. They could be a spiritualist. They could be a native Indian. This could be somebody who was just very helpful to you. Okay, this, could be the only lover you've had that was pretty much very helpful. Where a relationship and, put in energies and receiving energies were concerned. This could be someone who's just very fair, very helpful, very caring. I see, you guys stepping into that frequency, whether it's because you feel guilty or whatever. I see the spirits coming down on some people next year, tormenting and afflicting a lot of people. That Nine of Swords frequency, I see it strongly. I also sense fear. There's also that Nine of Swords. Now, if this is somebody who you deserted, or if this is somebody you deserted, and you left them for a mistress, or you left them for somebody who you thought was better. You left them for an opportunity, meaning you were very opportunistic in the past. I see you, this could be realizing that the person who you thought was better than this person, this Virgo or this model, is actually has nothing on this person. And I see you, I see some of you, I see you wanting to return to this person in the past, this Virgo, this model, this immigrant. And there's a fear, though you're trying to give them everything that you can possibly give to them to make the scales even. There's a fear that this person is going to do to you. That is, if they welcome you back into their lives, you are afraid that they're going to do to you what you did to them, which is to leave you for somebody who can offer them a better opportunity. I also see people, being afraid of falling in love because some people, meddled into in other people's relationships, and they're afraid of karma. They're afraid of facing karma, that the same thing is going to happen to them because they interfered in other people's marriages, relationships, and there's going to be a strong stench of fear and experiencing fear and worry that the past is going to catch up with them, whether this is you or somebody else you're dealing with. I do see somebody coming into money strongly. For some of you, this is a whole lot of money. For some of you, not that much. But this could be because something ends, whether a relationship ends, or this could be, so this could be divorce money, But this could be, it could be alimony, whatever, or palimony. Do they got palimony? Is that where the wife pays the ex-wife pays the ex-husband? I don't know. Alimony. This could also be, like I said, an inheritance. I think I said this, not sure. an elderly family member passes and leaves an inheritance for you or for someone else. Okay. So those energies are mostly for Librans and people born during the year of the horse. Okay, so this could be a parent, a grandparent. Could specifically, if it's a parent, be a father leaving an inheritance for you. Okay, this person seemed to have had a lot of money saved up, unbeknownst to the family, unbeknownst to you, and yeah, they were saving money. Maybe this person knew they were sick. Somebody knew they were sick. This could be sickness of the blood, but this could also be leukemia. This could be AIDS. This could be whatever. This is a sickness, and I feel like somebody knew they were sick. Someone has known they were sick, and I feel like they've been saving money for their death, saving money, to leave for their child or their children. And this could also be an ex. Of course, this doesn't have to be a sun in Libra who's going to pass. This could be somebody who's got any of these aspects in Libra. Whether this is somebody who's a moon in Virgo, a Venus in Cancer, a North Node, or Mercury in Leo. Okay? Let's move on to some of these other energies. Some air signs are going to feel very depressed, and this is because of the passing and the death of somebody. A mother, this is specifically for somebody born in the year of the dog or sun in Aquarius. A mother is going to pass. And this isn't a mother who's young. I'm not sensing that this is somebody who is old or who's getting there. Okay, this could be breast cancer, or this could be ovarian cancer, but I'm more getting specifically breast cancer. Yeah, I'm more getting breast cancer. It could be otherwise. It could be other cancers, but specifically breast cancer. This could be an Aquarian or somebody born during the year of the dog being diagnosed with breast cancer, prostate cancer, ovarian cancer. This could be somebody, specifically if this person got a moon in Capricorn. I see a moon in Capricorn, Aquarius, year of the dog individual, passing during 2023. Because guess what? Pluto enters Aquarius 2023. And that means the death and transformations are going to be unexpected and sudden. People never expected ish to manifest. It's like things are going to take a wild, sudden turn once 2023 rings in, especially once Pluto begins its transit into the frequency of Aquarius. Deaths are going to be sudden, and a lot of people are going to be taken aback. And there is going to be death surrounding you, air signs, whether it's your own death or death of loved ones, exes, lovers, spouses, friends, neighbors. There is going to be death surrounding you 2023. Let me just tell you that. Okay? And this is going to happen so suddenly. When you least expect it, it's going to happen. Okay? Um, I feel like it is going to be even more sudden for Aquarians and people born during the year of the dog, people who got a moon in Capricorn. It's going to happen just way more sudden than other signs because of that Aquarius frequency. I do sense somebody passing in their sleep. Most air signs who will transition and pass will pass in their sleep. Not all of them, but most of them. I see a lot of these deaths being at home. I also see car accidents. Also, dying in hospitals. But I'm more getting at home, in bed, at nighttime. Most of these deaths too will be at nighttime. In bodies of water also. So this could be a crash into a lake, into a pond, into a river, into the sea, a body of water. At nighttime specifically, and if this isn't in a car, a vehicle, this is at home, in bed, or a hospital bed, but more so I sense at home, if not in a vehicle. For, the surviving relatives, I do sense that it'll be a long period of grief. But I also get that these people who will be transitioning, they have a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of wealth. That's why I say, these are mostly people who are, okay, let's say, for example, misers, if this is a younger person. But for most, it's somebody who's older. Somebody who's very mature, who has lived. Or let me not say lived, there's a difference between existing and living. This is somebody who's existed. Let me just say that. These are people who have existed, people who are aged. So specifically, if it's, air signs who are aged will be passing a lot of air signs. A lot of air signs, specifically if they have an aspect in Aquarius, which all air signs do, in one way or the other. Okay? But specifically for Sun in Aquarius, and in Sun in Gemini, Mars in Aquarius, first house in Aquarius. Somebody who's been hiding that they're still in love with an ex, a Virgo, a model, an immigrant. This could be somebody like I said, who's been of great help to someone here, or a helper, a butler. Somebody is gonna either confess or come to the full realization that they're still in love with this Virgo. I see some air signs being in a frequency of helping, humanitarianism, but more so, I don't want to say, because humanitarianism, that is more on a large scale. This is, this help that I sense is more on an intimate, smaller plane, which is where the intimacy comes about. Okay? On a smaller scale, and this is mostly towards people who they have wronged in the past. So air signs receiving inheritances may want to use their inheritance to make up for their past wrongs. And I see some who, if not those, who will believe in inheritances if they know they're going to pass. They're going to be passed in 2023. Will believe in inheritances for the people or a particular person they've wronged. And it is specifically, not specifically, but especially for people who are Sun in Aquarius, born during the year of the dog, and especially if they are Sun in Aquarius, born during the year of the dog, and has an aspect Moon in Capricorn. That is like 222 hammered. It is indefinite. This is definitely somebody's gonna pass. I sense. Because with the moon frequency taking center stage next year, injustice being in that place, air, I'm dealing with air and the moon placement. People's nature, that's the second house, and that's ruled by Venus, as well as the seventh house, which is Libra. Next year is moon in Libra. We got people's nature taking place, taking center stage. For somebody who's a Venus in Scorpio, that person is going to be the frequency of death. And I'm not saying this person is going to pass. This person, because they're the frequency of death, they're pretty much initiating death in people's lives. And that just came to me and I just had to say it. For somebody who's a Venus in Cancer, I'm dealing with their ear signs. This is somebody who's going to be, next year is going to be very emotional. Some of these people may find love. Some of these people are going to get married next year. Librans. Specifically, and this don't got to be a Sun in Libra. This, could be Venus in Cancer. People got that Venus in Scorpio. That's a very intense placement for Venus. Scorpio is very powerful. And because the moon is in Libra, which is sister frequency to Taurus, which rules our nature, our nature is also going to be taking center stage. And that's why I mentioned the second house. Because y'all got water in your second house. Whether you literally do where your natal aspects are concerned, you still pull on that because it's an aspect of Sun in Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And so next year is going to be very intense, for people with Venus in Scorpio, because they're intense. And I see, specifically somebody with Venus in Scorpio causing a lot of transitions, stepping into wealth, acquiring a lot of power. And this could be because of, by overthrowing one's enemies and claim and taking their energies to manifest further. I don't know. I don't remember what film I was watching. Oh yeah, I remember it was a series. And it was as though this guy he was born to a father who's a werewolf. He could hear hearts, the beating of people's hearts. I'm not. I'm gonna try to remember the name of that. And his father would. There are like two sets of witches, blood witches, and I don't remember the other witches because they're pussies, so I don't really remember. Fairborn, I think they were called. And his father was a blood witch, which, he became a blood witch. His mother, though, was a fairborn. And his father could hear the heartbeats of people. And whenever he would eat their hearts like the fairborn witches, he would acquire their gifts. So I sensed something very esoteric and very uncommon like that manifesting for Venus in Scorpio. It's also a year of getting what one desires for Venus in Scorpio. Acquiring wealth. A year, like if you were expecting your inheritance or an inheritance and your Venus in Scorpio, you can expect that 2023. And it's going to creep up on you so suddenly because the 8th house is going to enter into the frequency of Aquarius. So I see people stepping into sudden wealth. This could be your Jupiter. This could be if you're an artist, because that's that nature. Venus in Scorpio, you are very intense. And most artists are. Your music may start selling. Your art pieces, which includes music also. Whatever it is you've been trying to sell or, gaining some support for, you will be getting the support. You will be getting the support specifically for that aspect. It doesn't matter what anybody wants to do or say. It's going to be a year of 111, getting your wishes fulfilled. Venus in Scorpio, that's a beautiful aspect. And like I said, that's being in the frequency of death. That is like being death itself. Bringing down the tower on a lot of people. And I will say this, don't fuck with somebody who's a Venus in Scorpio, specifically 2023 and 2024. Because as the years progress during this 12-year cycle, the energies intensify. The 5th house is in Scorpio. So there's still favor there for a Venus or somebody who got, for a Venus in Scorpio. I see some people coming to their senses, some air signs coming to their senses. If somebody, specifically Sun in Gemini, Moon in Taurus, Mars in Aquarius, Aquarius rising, if somebody, Venus in Pisces, if somebody was being manipulated by another person, Mercury in Cancer, Venus in Leo, Mercury in Aries, North Node in Aries. If somebody was being manipulated by another person, whether through black magic or just mere deception, somebody's going to come to their senses next year. Somebody's coming to their senses next year. Somebody's about to wake the fuck up. Okay? And I'm telling you, some air signs are going to be really pissed and angry because they're waking up. And I already see that. I sense that. That's why, Kanye West is a sun in Gemini. And I did a video on another channel. Kanye West, he knew what he was doing when he sacrificed his mama. But he didn't wasn't in his right mind completely. Because, Geminis, they're very shifty and moody. One moment, they're in this frequency, and another moment, they're in another frequency. And what I'm sensing is like somebody had him stuck in a particular frequency. But he's taking a shift. That's Geminis. They're shifty. But he's still to be held accountable. Because he did. It's just that both of his beings, all aspects of him, were not enlightened to what was taking place. But he had an idea what he was doing. But not all of them knew what he was doing, if you get what I mean. Because Geminis, there's just not one self. They're more than one. And when part of you knows or seemingly understands something and the other part doesn't, it's as though you're being manipulated and you're in the dark. Anyways, I don't want to use him entirely as an example because, like I said, there was some form of understanding. Some people are going to be waking up. I also see, yes, some Geminis passing because of what they know, being murdered. To silence them. I see somebody waking up and leaving a family, abandoning a group or a family, the head of a family or the head of a group, walking away also from an industry, upset, walking away from an industry out of anger due to what they discover. I see somebody from that aspect also being stuck on a Pisces, or somebody who got Pisces highly aspected. This could be a spiritualist, a herbalist, a hippie, somebody who's like a hippie, who's got a very, this could be a high priestess, okay? Somebody realizing they cannot move on from this person, realizing they cannot move away from this person. They could realize a family member is jealous of this person, whether it's their mom. Oh, I'm going to leave it there. Their mom got a confirmation. Their mom was jealous. Jealous of an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Could specifically be a Virgo or a model. And you know what I'm getting? Back on the whole Kanye West situation. I'm getting like a strange energy that, you remember that dark chick that Kanye West dated? I don't remember her name. I'm getting an energy that his mom was jealous of her. What's her name? Alexis or something? And she influenced them to break up with Alexis. I think that was her name. And I feel like her dying under the knife, even though it was a sacrifice, it was karma. And I see a lot of times, these mothers are to be blamed why black men do not cherish the black woman. I say a lot of times, these black mothers are to be blamed because they don't cherish themselves and they don't cherish other black women. When they see their sons dating black women, they're like, nah, she's too dark. Nah, why don't you get yourself a white chick? An Armani chick. Is that a name? No, I don't think that's the name. I don't remember what they called the people who are, this ancestors to the Kardashians. I don't remember. Like, I don't remember the name of that country. Y'all know. Get you a light skin chick. And sometimes there's nobody who can make these men as happy as the dark skinned chick who they came across. Nobody. Because it's nothing to do with, well, it does have shit to do with the complexion, because melanin is actually a powerful chemical. I'm not going to delve into why it is right now. And that's why they got this whole talking about black girl magic. But a lot of times these mothers, they destroy their sons' lives because the woman who would make them so happy and stable, they poison their minds against their true loves. Women who would actually support them in being stable, truly happy. And then karma comes and get these bitches in so many different ways and forms. So that's another shit. So he may come to that realization. However, he may come to that realization and may decide to just walk away from his whole rant. Because maybe he will realize that in some way justice was served. I'm just saying. Black moms, I'm just saying this. Y'all need to love yourselves. And your sons will love you authentically, and not just because you gave birth to them. And they will love the black woman in general. So he did sacrifice his mom. He did. I didn't say he didn't. He did. There's an aspect of him that knew. But black women teach their black sons to not value them, to not love them. By teaching their said sons to not value other black women and to not love them. What goes around comes back around. It's reality. Like, how are you going to tell your son that, or your sons, that you are beautiful and you're wonderful? And you're going to tell, as a black woman, you're going to tell your sons that. And then you're going to tell them that every other black woman is shit? That's very hypocritical, and that's a big fucking motherfucking contradiction. You think he loves you? He's gonna put up a facade that he loves you, but he don't love you, and he ain't gonna love you. He don't love you, and he ain't gonna love you. How about that? He's gonna put up a facade of loving you. But deep down into the core, he don't love you because you taught him to not value black women, and you're black. And you cannot have your cake and eat it. It's either you're going to teach your sons to love and value all black women, including your black ass, or you're going to teach them to hate all black women, including your black ass. When you as a black woman fight against other black women, you fight against your own fucking self. And it happens the same for these men. When these black men fight against other black men, they fight against themselves. They're black. Some of them, they don't want their daughters to date black guys. You see other black guys as dogs because you're a dog. How about that? Why can't you be the hope of why can't you allow yourself to be that hope and confirmation that, hey, not all black men are dogs. Maybe you think they're all dogs because deep down inside you're a dog. You know, a lot of these people know where they're not shit. I remember saying to an ex once, maybe it wasn't once, I said to him, I wish that your daughter come across men who are like you. Only men who are like you. And he was so offended. He was so pissed and so angry. And there came that striking realization that he knew he wasn't shit. Because if you were all this, all that you try to make me think you are, especially in trying to put me down, then you would have no problem. No motherfucking problem with your daughter coming across men like you. Because you make yourself seem like you are it. You feel me? If you don't want your daughter to come across men like you, what does that say about you? You ain't shit. At least not the good kind. I have no problem with my sons coming across women like me. Oh, I want my sons to come across women like me. Because I know I try to be the best person possibly. I'm fair. I try to be fair. I'm not perfectly fair, but I try. I don't get with men to use them for what they can give me. I always try to reciprocate what I'm given. If he takes care of me, if he spends on me, I give him my undying loyalty. I also respect myself, in which if he's not gonna respect me, I'm gonna walk away, and that's self-love. I love my offsprings. I'm very much introverted. I don't give two fucks about having friends because I'm such an old soul. I know that them shit don't mean shit on some real level kind of shit. I don't go to bitch's house to gossip and waste my time. I always try to improve on myself. I've yeah, through Spirit's help, thank goodness. But also, I gotta commend myself for knowing what I know astrologically, learning what I've learned astrologically, by being disciplined. Through discipline and careful, beautiful observation. I never went to university. I never went to college. At least not to study college courses. And I had been plagued with chronic anxiety. Well, anxiety that manifested into chronic anxiety and bipolar 2. I've been dealing with, these frequencies for basically all my life. And it's, since I, really started knowing myself, that this was discovered through me taking care of myself, being strong enough to take care of myself and go see about myself, that I was able to confirm these suspicions. And even with these experiences and no diagnosis, I still did well during my school years. Because I can say definitely bipolar 2 and anxiety really affected my academics. Anxiety is like, you know something, but you don't know it, because it's like, prior to the chronic anxiety, what seems to be the normal anxiety, internally you're hyperventilating, and that triggers a stress response in your body, and it's like you just go into a state of oblivion. So whatever you study, you can barely remember shit that you're taught and studied at school, because you're so afraid of failing, afraid of losing, that you fucking lose anyways. And I've learned not to be afraid because of those experiences, being so afraid. So I will toot my own horn, because I deserve it. And my praise means a whole lot. It means a whole fucking lot, even to me, especially to me. Because I'm very critical, especially of me. Not a hypocrite, where in which I'm going to be super critical of others and not of myself. So I didn't know I was going to talk for so long, especially considering that it's a recording. Well, why? Especially considering it's a recording. Like, what's the difference? It's the same dispensing of knowledge, whether live or otherwise. A lot of, Geminis, people born in the year of the tiger, are going to be coming to their senses. People with moon in Taurus are going to be coming to their senses. Walking away from a certain way of life. This could be people even walking away from their jobs. Maybe people want to work on their own shit, their own projects, their own dreams. And, wanting to work on their own. I see some of these people discovering that they've got, I said this already, ailments. So 2023 gonna be a year of diagnosis. Okay? People discovering air signs, specifically, not just air signs though, discovering they've got certain ailments. And this could be mental illnesses. Discovering they're bipolar, discovering they've got some brain eating infection. I do see some people discovering they've got a STD. And maybe that's going to trigger anger. I also see a particular air sign or moon in Earth, moon in Taurus, realizing that somebody was just using them. whether this is a family or a member or relative or somebody they recently wed. Somebody's going to pass from AIDS, or this could be ovarian cancer. And I see somebody trying to return to somebody they had a relationship with in the past. But this person, they're going to return very funny like. Like they're going to be very secretive. They're going to be very secretive, returning. And this is because somebody going to be hiding a sickness. Somebody may return to infect their ex. To sleep with someone from their past to infect them. And it's like this person, they're so toxic because it's like if they can have this person, nobody else can. And it's like maybe that's their MO. Infect this person, make them feel like they have to stay with them because then they're infected, or now they're infected, some shit like that. So if this isn't a Sun in Gemini, or in the other aspects I listed, it's somebody around them. Also, if y'all got Saturn in water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Jupiter in air signs, I said that. Neptune in Capricorn. Not just Neptune in Capricorn. Possibly, let me see. Possibly, let me see before I say that. So if you have any of these aspects, you got to be careful. Somebody from your past may return to try to infect you. Yeah, so Neptune in Capricorn, Saturn in the water signs, Jupiter, Mars, rising, Sun in the air signs, Mercury in fire, air signs, fire, water signs, and Venus in fire, water signs. Be careful. So Neptune in Capricorn, that's 1984 to 2000. Okay. If you were born during any of those years, you got your Neptune in Capricorn. A lot of you, specifically with that frequency, will be especially if you were trying to, venture out on your own to start your own company, your own business. You are gonna, I see wealth manifesting. I see some of you also mastering a hidden gift or talent or whatever that you have in your 12th house. This is why it's important to know your natal aspects. Whatever that's in your 12th house, what's hidden, what's also a part of your subconscious, that's deeply buried inside, that's etched inside of you. That's the word. Whatever that's etched inside of your DNA into you, you cannot, this is something that you are innately fucking good at. So with this 12th house, this is Neptune in Capricorn. Deep down inside, you're a beast. Deep down inside, you are very, very good at whatever is in your 12th house, whatever you have mastery to you. This is a normal placement. You have mastery to you. And whatever that's in your 12th house, that's what you master. You don't have to go to university for that shit. Nobody got to teach you. That's something that you know subconsciously, innately. That's what you know. Neptune in Capricorn. Look to your 12th house. And that is going to be, there's a cycle, a complete, because hey, 7 is a completion. Let me tell you, all the cardinal frequencies, except for Aries, represent some form of completion. You got Cancer, you got Libra, you have Capricorn. Those mean completion. Aries, that means beginning. And we're dealing with the 4th house. It's Cancer. And that's in Libra for this 12-year cycle. That's 7. That's Libra. That's Libra. Completion also. And Neptune in Capricorn, that's also completion. That is mastery of some kind. So whatever you were being taught by Spirit, and whatever you're supposed to master, you will master that by 2023. 2023 will not end and you've not yet mastered your 12th house. Specifically for those with Neptune in Capricorn. And if you have that in retrograde, whatever you've mastered in your past life, you're going to remaster in this life. And some, including what you're supposed to master specifically in this lifetime. And for the Neptune in Capricorn retrograde, especially if you've got Pisces highly aspected, like, say, for example, the 1st house. This is like you're here to be all of who you were in your past life. All of who you were in your past lives, you are in this life. Because you've mastered them. And yeah, you've mastered them in your past life. And you're here being all of them in some. Well, mostly being all of them. So that's so beautiful. That's something that just came to me. There's a download and an epiphany that just popped up into me. So mastery, and nobody can stop this. Let me just say that. Nobody can fucking stop this. All that you've mastered, all that you've fucking mastered in your, all that's let me tell you, all that's in your 12th house. I kind of had a moment where I zoned out. I know there's going to be another epiphany, maybe for the water signs. All that you're here to master, you will master in 2023. That is so beautiful. I'm just thinking about my 12th house. was in my 12th house. And I'm like, damn. I already feel myself just knowing what I know so well. It's beautiful. And guess what, guys? What just came to me? I knew there was another epiphany coming in. Whatever that's in your 10th motherfucking house, also. And in Saturn, you will master. That's why I said, that and some. Because this is the and some. That sounds like handsome. Handsome? You stepping into a whole lot of beauty. You about to change. It's like your whole nature changing or being transformed. That's that similarity between Aquarius and Virgo. But Virgo is a fucking hermit, Grim Reaper. Usher you from one lifetime to the other. Usher you from one phase of existence to another phase of existence. That's that. But the similarities that Virgos, their nature seem to change, like they're shapeshifters, they are. And Aquarians, their nature is very transformative. They tend to transform. But damn, if you got Venus in Scorpio and you've got Sun in Virgo, damn. That's a fucking shapeshifter personified on some real shit. So, look to your 12th house, your 10th house, as well as Saturn to know what you will master. Exactly. This could be money. You mastering money, mastering how to make your money triple, quadruple, to get tenfolds of what you get, knowing how to invest your money well, being an investor, a great investor. Your business taking off. Damn. Look at that birdie. That little birdie's like a sign of hope and confirmation. Affirmations. So beautiful. I think I'm gonna leave it right here, guys. So I'm gonna come back with water signs, like I said, for the other frequencies. If I receive more downloads, because I always do. It's not really if, but I'm gonna just say if. And if Spirit wants me to dispense further information, I will in other videos. But for now, I'm going to leave it right here for you air signs. 2023 overview. What to expect in 2023 for the air signs. For you air signs. And those around you. Namaste.